the young and the restless spoilers. Welcome back to our channel, besties. Today is a spectacularly chaotic day in the universe, and we are absolutely vibrating with the energy of 1,000 suns. Grab your iced coffees and strap in, because the tea we are serving today is piping hot and historically unhinged. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right this exact second, because I am literally shaking and we need to talk about this now. I am genuinely hyperventilating right now. I was mid skincare and smeared charcoal mask all over the rug when the news broke, and I literally had to yeet my phone across the room because my brain could not process the absolute cinematic mayhem that just dropped. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. We are not just watching this drama unfold, we are basically living inside a high-octane psychological masterpiece where the stakes are astronomical, and I am personally offended by the sheer audacity of everyone involved. Bestie, be for real right now, because what I am about to tell you is straight up going to alter your brain chemistry forever. Wait, backtrack for a second, I missed a step, because we need to get the timeline straight before I completely lose my mind. Everyone has been whispering about the drama at the Shadow Room in Genoa City, but oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but the real tea did not happen a few months ago. No, honey. We are going all the way back in time. We are talking years ago. We are talking about a completely different era of chaos in Los Angeles. Yes, LA. The original Shadow Room in Los Angeles is where the absolute darkest, most twisted, world-ending tea actually went down, and I am genuinely unwell just thinking about it. Okay, so let us set the scene, because I am literally visualizing this like a movie, and my grip on reality is slipping. Audra Charles, who is officially on my do not perceive list, I am so done with her, was out here living her most toxic, unhinged life in Los Angeles. And what does she do? She straight up steals $500,000, $500,000 from a high-end art dealer named Richard. Like, I cannot even fathom the level of delusion and confidence it takes to just swipe 500 grand from a man who deals in fine art. I am calling it the villain arc was already going nuclear back then. And don't even get me started on the vibes of stealing from an art dealer, like, was she wearing a chic trench coat? Was it a wire transfer? My brain is spiraling over the aesthetic choices of this grand larceny. So Audra secures the bag, literally, and she thinks she is totally in the clear, which is honestly so unhinged. But Richard is not just going to let $500,000 walk away. He tracks her down to the Shadow Room in LA. Picture it. The neon lights are buzzing, the bass is thumping, the drinks are spilling, and suddenly this furious art dealer corners Audra. He is demanding his money back, he is getting aggressive, he is straight up attacking and harassing her in the middle of the club. The sheer panic she must have felt. I am clutching my chest because the gravity of this moment is too much. And then, out of nowhere, the so-called hero arrives. Holden Novak. Yes, Holden? The guy who is supposed to be this sweet, innocent half-brother to Lily Winters. The guy who is currently involved in all this medical breakthrough stuff. Basically, Holden sees Richard attacking Audra, and he goes into full protective mode. He leaps into action, and he punches Richard. He hits him to get him off Audra, which, okay, self-defense, right? He is just trying to protect a woman. But besties, this is where the universe decided to orchestrate a total dumpster. Richard stumbles back from the punch, loses his footing, and falls. And he does not just fall on the floor, he hits his head on the solid, unforgiving edge of the bar. A sickening, catastrophic thud. And just like that, Richard is dead. Dead. Genuinely, my jaw is on the floor. Holden did not mean to kill him. It was supposed to be a standard club brawl punch to save Audra, but it instantly turned into accidental manslaughter. The music is still playing, the strobe lights are flashing, and there is a dead art dealer on the floor of the Shadow Room. I am screaming into a pillow right now because the sheer panic of that moment is giving me secondhand anxiety. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. So, what do you do when you accidentally end a man's life in a nightclub over $500,000 of stolen money? Do you call the cops? Do you claim self-defense? No, because Audra Charles is a chaotic mastermind, and Holden apparently lost his entire mind that night. They decide to cover it up. They straight up hide the truth. They leave the body or hide the body, and they flee the scene like the most problematic friends you could ever have. And this is the part where I actually lose my mind. Did I say that yet? Ah, my brain is mush. Moving on, they did not just run away. Audra took the stolen $500,000 and she split it with Holden. She gave him a cut of the blood money. And then, to make matters even more astronomically insane, Audra completely abandons her life in LA. She changes her identity. She creates a whole new persona to escape the fact that she is a thief and an accessory to a fatal cover up. She literally reinvented herself while a dead man was left to rot, and Holden just took his share of the cash and went about his life pretending to be a good person. I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of these two. For years, they lived with this. They walked around drinking their lattes, making business deals, dating people, all while carrying the secret of the LA Shadow Room. I am genuinely trying to understand the psychology of this. How do you sleep at night? Do you just not think about the sound of Richard's skull hitting the bar? Do you just look at your bank account and ignore where the money came from? It is giving major sociopath energy, and I am so here for the drama, but also totally terrified of it. But besties, karma never loses an address. Never. Flash forward to right now, present day. The police in Los Angeles finally found Richard's body. Yes, the forensics team went in, they did their science magic, and they traced the evidence right back to the original crime scene. They pulled the threads, they followed the money, and they identified the culprits. The authorities finally connected the dots between the dead art dealer, the missing $500,000, and the two people who mysteriously vanished or benefited from it. And now, the absolute destruction of their lives has arrived. The police have officially moved in, and Holden and Audra have been arrested. Arrested. Handcuffs, Miranda rights, the whole 9 yards. Can you even imagine the look on Audra's smug face when the cops showed up? I am manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update because they have absolutely zero defense. None. They cannot claim self-defense now. You do not get to claim self-defense when you cover up the death for years, steal the victim's money, split it, and change your identity. That is not an accident in the eyes of the law. That is a calculated, cold-blooded crime syndicate move. The charges they are facing are genuinely making me dizzy. They are being charged with robbery and murder. Felony murder, besties. Because someone died during the commission of a robbery, the law does not care if Holden meant to kill him or not. The law just sees a dead body and a stolen $500,000. The possibility of them going to prison is not just high, it is basically a guarantee. They are looking at spending a very, very long time behind bars. Their lives are officially over. And think about the collateral damage. I am spiraling over how this is going to affect everyone in Genoa City. Lily Winters is going to absolutely lose her mind. Holden is her half-brother. They were just bonding. They were working on this huge medical breakthrough with Dr. Stephanie Simmons for Malcolm, and now Holden is being dragged away in handcuffs for a historical LA murder cover-up. And what about Claire? She has been getting so close to Holden, completely unaware that he is harboring the darkest secret imaginable. Everyone thought Holden was this sweet, reliable guy, and he is actually sitting on a mountain of blood money. And Audra, oh my God, Audra. She has been running around Genoa City acting like she is the queen of the corporate world, blackmailing people, picking fights with Sienna Bacall at the new Shadow Room, which is so ironic it actually hurts my soul. She was literally standing in the Genoa City Shadow Room acting all high and mighty, while the ghost of the LA Shadow Room was actively hunting her down. The poetic justice is so thick you could cut it with a knife. I am literally pacing around my living room right now. I cannot stop thinking about the moment Holden realized the cops were onto them. Did Audra try to run again? Did she try to throw Holden under the bus? She would absolutely look at the police and be like, he threw the punch, I was just a victim. But the paper trail of that split 500 grand is going to bury her. This is not just a scandal. This is the complete and total annihilation of two characters. I am so deep in the lore right now that I genuinely feel like I need to hire my own lawyer just for knowing about it. This situation is now my entire personality. I am going to be talking about the LA Shadow Room incident at Thanksgiving dinner. I do not even care. I am unwell, I am deceased, and I need all of you to sound off in the comments right now because I cannot process this existential train wreck alone. See you in the next update, assuming I survive this level of stress.